So there's like one thing that makes me really nervous on walks that I don't particularly know, and it's really those fuckers over there going through fields with cows in with a dog. It's always a bit touchy. Luckily, they're staying over there, so. About a week ago, I had to make a really tough decision and put one of my two staffies down. He'd been chronically ill since he was about 6 months old, and it got to the point where his bad days were massively outweighing his good days. So it was just time to call it a day. But out of this, it means that my other staffie, who is perfectly healthy and lovely, gets to go on a little adventure. So we're going to walk the Pennine Way in November, because we are gluttons for punishment. We are starting, my place I'm working is closing on the 1st. We're spending the 2nd of November cleaning it all down, making sure everything's ready to hand back to the owners, and then on the 3rd, me and Chuck are heading off walking. We're setting off from Edale, and we're going to walk the 268-mile route up through the Pennines to Kirk Yetholm in Scotland. I mean, yeah, we're doing the Pennine Way, and we're doing it because, you know, I love to move and I can't really stay static. And this grind's all because I've stood still again. Just doing it. And yeah, so we're doing it because of that. But there's also a different factor. Like, Chuck's just lost his best mate, his buddy, his brother. But we also had another dog at the start of the pandemic, steaming up. Who we had to put down back in June. So we've lost two of them within, you know, a couple of months. All right, bud, sit down, sit. So we're using it as a reconnection. Make sure me and Chuck have rebonded and getting back to ourselves again, and using it as a bit of healing time as well. There is also one key factor. I don't do anything without trying to give something back. So yes, we are walking the Pennine Way, aren't we? We are also trying to raise money for two incredible charities. Chuck it up, Chuck, sit down. We are raising money for the Flying Seagull project, who work with underprivileged people, humans, adults and children. They work with the ethos that everybody deserves to put away the cares of life for a bit and just smile and rediscover the joy. They work with like hospitals, they work with deaf-blind schools, they work with underprivileged communities, they work with refugees and refugee camps. They're incredible people. There aren't that many of them. They work as clowns, they work as storytellers, they're arts and craft workshop facilitators, they work as anything and everything they need to be. They are incredible, and they've helped a lot of people over the last 2007, I think it was founded. Really worthwhile cause. But obviously, like I said, we've lost a couple of dogs, and I can't help but try and give back to that. Kind of make peace with it a little bit. So we're also walking for Manchester and Cheshire Dogs Home. That old adage, no healthy dog put down, is an ethos they work by. They also try and provide healthcare and advice to people who are, I don't like this phrase underprivileged, but who don't have the means necessarily to be able to do it themselves. For me, the idea of a mortgage and car repayments and gas and electric and all the bills and having to go to work to pay for a life that you're not living because you're at work to pay for it, so it's a proper turn off. For me, I would much rather have everything I need on my back, my wonderful hound for company, just to get out and just go and do it and live and see. So we're going to do the Pennine Way as hopefully a starter to further adventures. We're on the first day of the Peak District Boundary Walk. Started in Buxton near the town hall. We dropped down to Lime Park caravan site. Lime Tree caravan site. Stop at Chucky Dog. We then went over the fields to Staden and then over to Cowdale through King's Sterndale, and we're just about to drop into Deepdale. Are you ready for this?
I mean, I can see why they call it Deepdale, because that cliff goes all the way down there.
This is Deepdale. Look at it. Oh no, wait, it's all the way up there. Beautiful. I'm in the trees, dappled light. It's great. A mile and a half down that way to get to the A6, which I can't even hear at the minute, even though it's a majorly busy road. And then once we're there, that's about a quarter or a half of the day's walk, depending on how we're feeling when we get there. It's not too bad, eh?
That's where it all went wrong. The path we were following, it turns out it wasn't really a path. We had problems, let's put it that way. Sort of an hour and a half to a mile problems.
So today didn't go quite to plan. We got down to Deepdale. Remember Deepdale? We got down there. We were following a path as per the instructions in the book, and then the path ended with a sign that said "Quarry, keep out," with the gate on the other side that said "Stay to the path." Less than ideal, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. We're going up the steep hill, and we saw a stile, and I was like, sweet, we can get over that and get back to where it's supposed to be. But, problem. Here you go, bud. When I got to the stile, I realised that it had barbed wire where you're supposed to cross it, which is fine for me, but for a little chucky dog, not so much. Wasn't good, was it, bud? So we had to find another route, which then took us a while to get back on path, and in the process I ended up slipping on some really slippy rocks and twisted my knee a little bit. Nothing huge, but enough to put an end to the day for us. Come over here. So ended up having to call it a day. Give my friend a call, give me a lift to Seagull, one of my favourite places on the planet, where we are camping for the night to make sure that Chuck has got some recent tent experience before we go on the Pennine Way. And then we pitched up. It's been pretty chill. Bit of a shitty end, we only did maybe 7 miles out of the 20 I was hoping for, but it's the first week, you know? Next time. Add 325 millilitres of water to the saucepan. Uh-oh. Probably should have done that first. How do you get 325 millilitres of water when you don't have anything to measure with? We guess. Looks like we're having soup. through when you're on a camp. Like, I should make a latte, because I'm a basic white bitch. I only drink lattes. What'd you do? I've added the links in the description for the charity fundraising pages on Just Giving. We're going to sign off for the night, because I can't think of a better way to go to sleep than this. Night, guys. Chuck's first night on the camels. I'm going to call that a success.